Montage Gold has added a new asset to its portfolio. Well, sort of. For now, they're the operator while someone else is bearing the cost of exploration. But they've also got some rights in place to take an interest down the road once some conditions are met. And they've also taken an indirect interest in the project by swapping some shares with the company behind the project. What exactly are we talking about? Let's dive in. Montage Gold has entered into a new strategic partnership, which is centered around an up-and-coming high-grade project in Ivory Coast. The partnership is with that of ASX-listed African Gold Corp, a $37 million market cap explorer who has multiple projects within Côte d'Ivoire. The new strategic partnership will see Montage take over as operator at African Gold's flagship project, Didievi, while also taking a 19.9% interest in African Gold itself via an equity swap arrangement and taking on certain investor rights. In other words, it basically seems like Montage is enacting a slow-rolling takeover of African Gold, provided things at Didievi pan out. And so far, they're doing it with zero upfront capital, which is pretty impressive. So, how's it going to work? First is the equity swap, which will see Montage issue 2.2 million shares valued at about 6.3 million Canadian dollars in exchange for a 19.9% interest in African Gold. This exchange will be done alongside a wider offering, which will see African Gold raise $1.7 million in gross proceeds, some of which will come from Montage Gold insiders. There's also a mechanism in here where if insiders participate, Montage has to issue fewer shares under the equity swap. But quite frankly, it was a little murky on the details. And the share counts announced in the Montage news release differ from that of what's in the African Gold news release. So that's cool. Either way, Montage and I guess their insiders will hold about 20% in African Gold post-transaction, while also retaining the right to participate in future equity issuances and the ability to nominate one board member to the board of African Gold, which will be Montage's Executive Vice President of Exploration, Sylvia Botero, while CEO Martino De Ciccio will serve as a strategic advisor. Oh, and those future equity issuances can be settled in the form of cash or shares of Montage Gold. On top of the equity swap is what appears to be the main focus of the partnership. Montage Gold will become the operator of the Didievi project, African Gold's flagship asset. What this means is that Montage will direct all exploration activities and the administration of the project through to December 31st, 2026. But Montage can elect to extend this agreement by providing written notice before the end of the term. Alternatively, they can terminate this arrangement by providing a 3-month notice. And on top of that, Montage isn't paying for exploration. That remains up to African Gold, whose board of directors, which includes one member from Montage plus their CEO as a strategic advisor, will approve the proposed budget for exploration work. Additionally, as part of the partnership, African Gold will assign certain of their preemptive rights related to the Didievi project, which will enable Montage to obtain certain minority interests in the project, which total up to 20% ownership. Montage is also obtaining a right of first refusal on Didievi in the event that African Gold wants to sell the asset. Okay, so what is the Didievi project and why should we care? Didievi is found in the southeast corner of Côte d'Ivoire, near to Allied Gold's Bonikro and Agbao mines, as well as Pursue's Yaourt mine. The project saw a maiden mineral resource estimate issued last year, with the property boasting an inferred mineral resource estimate of 4.9 million tons at 2.9 grams per ton gold, which translates to a resource of 452,000 gold ounces at a 1 gram per ton cutoff. The project is said to contain multi-million ounce resource potential, with highlight drill intercepts including 5.6 grams per ton gold over 65 meters, 3.5 grams per ton gold over 31.4 meters, and 2.9 grams per ton gold over 52 meters, all of which are amenable to open pit mining and were reported after the cutoff date for the resource estimate. The current resource covers 1.8 kilometers of strike length over an area known as the Blafo Gueto, with high-grade intercepts occurring near the end of the current resource area. A total of 5 other major prospects occur on the property, where no resource has yet been established. Drilling in 2025 is set to total 10,000 meters, with drills already turning on the project. The program is focused on the Bluffo Guado, targeting the high-grade zone alongside underexplored regional targets. The aim here is for a resource estimate update in 2025 to demonstrate that over 1 million ounces exist at the deposit at an average grade beyond 2 grams per ton. All right, so let's wrap it up. If we were to summarize this new strategic partnership, it's basically that Montage and its insiders are basically taking control of African Gold's flagship asset in exchange for a couple million shares of their own. They're taking 20% at the corporate level, plus have preemptive rights for 20% interest at the project level. They've now got a member on the board, and they're controlling where the exploration efforts are to focus. No, they aren't paying for exploration. But let's face it, Montage will end up funding exploration one way or another, whether at the corporate level or the project level, because African Gold only has about $1.1 million on the books, which isn't enough to meaningfully explore. And Montage is a name that likes to move quickly. So unless African can source those funds, Montage will do it themselves and take a bigger piece of the pie. Montage needs a new exploration project now that its flagship Kone asset is under construction with a production target of 2027. And it sounds like African Gold might just be that ticket. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any stories you want us to cover, please let us know in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell. You guys know what to do. All right, everybody, thanks for watching.